Our next guest is a familiar guest to our listeners here on Empowering You, as she has been doing great work in our community for a number of years, and I'm pleased to welcome her back to the studio, and that is Miss Dewanna Hamlin, who is the Director of Bridges to Hope at the Family Justice Center. Good afternoon, Dewanna.
Thank you, Alvin, for having me.
Well, I'm glad to have you, and I know you said you're a little sinusy, so if listeners hearing you say, well, she doesn't sound the same, you're the same, but you're the same, okay? So we are about to recognize an event or a service that we don't really give a lot of attention to, and it's called the Elder Abuse Awareness Day. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about that, but first, let's talk about Bridges to Hope and that work, because you've been lifting this up, and I want you to reconnect our community with that great work.
Thank you so much again for having me. I'm always excited to talk about Bridges to Hope Family Justice Center, where we serve individuals and families at no cost in one trauma-informed location who have been impacted by domestic violence, sexual assault, child maltreatment, elder abuse, and human trafficking. And there are many services on-site and off-site where clients can select the service providers that are important to them. They can speak with law enforcement, the DA's office. They can file a legal complaint for an emergency protective order and have their hearing on-site. They can speak with other social service agencies about financial assistance, safety planning, and so much more.
Well, you really do mean so much more. And our Denise was on earlier, Denise Price, who's the Deputy County Manager, talked about the location of Bridges to Hope. And where is that?
We are on the Health and Human Services campus at 725 North Highland Avenue. We're in Annex 1 on the ground floor. We're open Monday through Friday, available for service delivery 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Wow, you have that down memorized so well. But we're here specifically to lift up Elder Abuse Awareness Day. Mm-hmm. And again, a lot of words, and we don't always hear them come together. But can you tell us a little bit about this day and how elder abuse happens?
Well, can I reverse that and talk about the elder abuse first?
Okay,
Is that
please.
okay?
Yes.
So elder abuse refers to the intentional or negligent acts by a caregiver or trusted individual that may cause harm or risk of harm to an older adult or vulnerable adult who may have physical or mental incapacity. And as you already know through some of our earlier conversations, abuse of all types is about isolation, power, and control. So there may be injuries, there may be emotional abuse, there may be neglect by failing to provide care or assistance to elders. It could be financial exploitation. So there are a lot of different ways that elder abuse might take place.
Wow. Okay, then. So just because I'm an elder, that don't mean I'm getting abused, does it?
That's true.
Right,
That's true.
So, but about the day then. So what's the awareness about what is happening on that day?
Well, there are a couple of things going on in June, but the event that you're referencing is through PTRC, Piedmont Triad Regional Council, and there's going to be an Elder Abuse Awareness Day walk at Triad Park. This year it will be on Saturday, June 14th, and people can register for that walk at ptrc.org/registration. People are invited to wear purple clothing, which is the color for the month, ribbons or other accessories to show their support.
So then we know that there are some specific challenges for older adults who may experience domestic violence or sexual assault. So what are some of those things that you want to share with us?
Well, thank you for asking about that, because older adults may experience feelings of shame, guilt, or embarrassment. They may have been in a relationship for a long time. Maybe they brought their children up and they were raised to adulthood in an abusive environment. And older adults may have more traditional beliefs regarding marriage, family, and faith, and the thought of leaving might be unacceptable to them, even in light of physical physical or emotional abuse. Women, especially who are older, may have never been employed or employed full time. They may not have been responsible for a budget, a bank account, or may not even hold credit in their name. And older adults may also have chronic health problems, and the abuser, whether their intimate partner, dating partner, or other family member, may actually be the caregiver. So that makes it also complicated. All victims of all ages fear not being believed, regardless of age or gender, but for older adults especially. And we also have some societal beliefs that someone of a certain age could not be sexually assaulted, and that's especially harmful. And we know that abuse happens across the lifespan, from infancy to our older adults.
Wow. You always, I always am excited to see you, but when we start talking about the subject matter, it brings me down a little bit because it's such a tragedy for any human to be abused in such a way, and especially those who have lived a life, and we want to treasure and really respect that. And so what resources then are we ready to share with the elders in this space?
Well, that's the good thing that kind of lifts us up and gives us hope for anyone who may be experiencing abuse. And for our older adults, there's Forsyth County Adult Protective Services. Folks can call that number at 336-703-3503. Of course, people can contact our local law enforcement agencies in Forsyth County, the Winston-Salem Police Department, the Kernersville Police Department, or the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office. And of course, Bridges to Hope at 336-776-3255.
Well, that did bring a smile to my face, and it also caused me to remember why we're calling this Bridges to Hope, because that's what we want to extol to our community, to all of our residents. And again, just give us where you're located and how to contact you, because we want to make sure that the resources that you are available, that making available, that everyone can really connect with.
Of course. Bridges to Hope is located at 725 North Highland Avenue in Annex 1. We're on the ground floor. No appointment is needed. And clients can reach us Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. They can also call and speak to someone about their situation, and that number is 336-776-3255.
All right. Well, great. And before you get out the seat, give us that information about elder abuse awareness, what we're doing in the triad to recognize this day.
Well, along with the Elder Abuse Walk that's going to happen on June 14th, the resolution for the recognition of elder abuse for Forsyth County will be June 5th at 2 o'clock p.m. and will be presented by the Forsyth County Board of Commissioners at the Commissioners meeting. That is in the Government Center on the 5th floor at 2 o'clock. And also, the Forsyth County Health and Human Services campus will have a brief ceremony on Thursday, June 12th at noon in front of the Department of Social Services.
Wow, we really are bringing awareness and attention to this, and I'm just so glad that you're able to sit down and share it with us here on WSNC 90.5 FM. Thank you for coming.
And thank you for having us.